Hello, my dear students. Yes, welcome back to the ninth standard social classes for English medium. Dear student, before going to start today's class, yes, we are going to discuss the same lesson, medieval India and political transition. In this chapter, we are going to deal with the achievement and administrative system of Ghiyasuddin Balban. Dear student, before going to start or before going to know the details about Ghiyasuddin Balban, let us know or let us glance once again what we had discussed in the last class. Dear student, in the last class we discussed about the role of and achievements of Iltutmish and Rajia Sultan or Rajia Begum, and how they contributed to the Delhi Sultanate. Got it? I hope that you understood very well in the last class. Dear student, in this class, we are going to deal with the another. Yes, who is that? Another ruler from the same dynasty or Ghulam dynasty. He is none other than Ghiyasuddin Balban. See, Delhi Sultanate had ruled under many dynasties. We discussed in the last class among them first Ghulam dynasty, Khilji dynasty, Sayyid dynasty, Lodi dynasty. See, these were the small dynasties ruled Delhi Sultanate. In the last class, we were discussed on Ghulam dynasty. So, in that dynasty, Ghiyasuddin Balban was also one of the greatest warriors in the group. See, here when we are going to study about Ghiyasuddin Balban, after becoming the Sultan, Ghiyasuddin Balban, after becoming the chief king or Sultan, Balban controlled the misrule of disobedient Turks Sardars. Dear student, as soon as Ghiyasuddin Balban took the power, he intended to control the misrule behavior of Turk Sardars or soldiers who existed in Ghulam dynasties in Delhi Sultan. So it was the first duty that he had done when he ascended the throne as Sultan. And after that, he destroyed the Turkish Sardars evil group. Dear student, in that time, the evil group of Turkish, especially Sardars. Got it? So, before in the time of Iltutmish, the entire kingdom was divided into many Sardars or provinces, and provincial officers were also appointed to look after these Sardars or in the time of Turkish. But unfortunately, these Sardars started to misrule or misbehave in the kingdom or in their empire. But when the Ghiyasuddin Balban came into throne, he started to abolish all these group of evil troop from Turkish, especially from Sardar groups. Then he checked the Mongolian attack. Yes, these are the achievements. Dear student, he checked the Mongolian. Who are those? Mongolian attacks. He checked the Mongolian attacks by his mighty army and ensured peace and prosperity in his kingdom, and also he brought law and order in his kingdom, because since he was a sultan in his kingdom, it was the prime duty as a sultan to control peace and prosperity as well as law and order in his kingdom. So, and thus he became more popular in his kingdom as sultan. The student Sultan, as the name says, Sultan, since he is belong to Turkish, especially he got education. He got education in Persia and the Turkish languages, and he implemented the various activities or rituals. He implemented various rituals or activities which are helped to development of a tradition, especially the Turkish tradition. He imposed to develop of a Turkish tradition, and he initiated various traditions in his court. So what kind of tradition had introduced by this Sultan Ghiyasuddin Balban? Let us see. He himself started to know, and he himself started to exhibit the tradition. He believed too much in the tradition, so that is why he wore the Persian style of dress. He wore himself the Persian style of dress, and he dispensed the language of Persia and Turkey in his kingdom, and he supported to the Turkish style of dresses in his kingdom. So that is why as Sultan he wore the Persian style of dresses. Got it? Then he implemented various traditions, and also he asked all the sardars as well as the soldiers who came under his administration to help to the development of a tradition in his court. And also he declared himself as the representative of God. Dear student, see, look at here. Ghiyasuddin Balban declared himself as the representative of God. ದೇವರ ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ನಾನು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ತನಗೆ ತಾನೇ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವತಃ ಅವನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಘೋಷಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ತಾನೆ. He announced himself as the representative of God in his kingdom, and he dispensed absolute power and monarchy in his kingdom, and he got supreme power in his administrative system. So after he got supreme power in his administrative system, he conducted many wars. How he conducted many wars? Yes, he collected the strength of his soldiers. So for this sake, he built his army with the support of able military generals. He took the support of able military generals and built his army in a strongest way. In order to check the Mongolians' attack, he built forts along the border of north-western India, especially as he intended to check the Mongolian invade or attack. He built the forts along the border of north-western India only to check or control the invasion of Mongolians. The student, and also the efficient administrator Balbuddin was succeeded by Kaikubad. Balbuddin was succeeded by Kaikubad. Then he was murdered by his own minister. The ministers were called as Nawaz or Wazir. The ministers in those times were called as Wazir. These Wazir are called as ministers. Ministers in his kingdom. So he was killed. Ghiyasuddin Balban was killed by his own ministers who were called as Wazirs in his kingdom. So thus Ghiyasuddin Balban ended his administrative system. And after that, with this, the slave dynasty ended. See, after Ghiyasuddin Balban killed the entire, after Ghiyasuddin Balban was killed by his own Wazirs, the entire dynasty ended. Then, in this way, the Ghulam dynasty was ended. After the end of Ghulam dynasty, see, Wajis who were called as ministers under Ghiyasuddin Balban administration. Ghiyasuddin Balban was killed by his own Wajis. So after that, the entire Ghulam dynasty was then declared or destroyed. After the destruction of Ghulam dynasty, the other dynasty of Delhi Sultan, that is Khilji dynasty, came into existence. So in this Khilji dynasty, we can see these important warriors or kings from the dynasty. Let us see Jalaluddin Khilji. Who is that the first one? Jalaluddin Khilji came into rule. After that, Alauddin Khilji is the second one, and Jalaluddin was the first one. And later on, Qutbuddin Mubarak, he comes to the place for 3 as administrator in this kingdom, that is Khilji dynasty. The student in this Khilji dynasty, let us see how these warriors contributed to their field. First thing is Jalaluddin Khilji. Jalaluddin Khilji established the Khilji dynasty. Dear student, he is the Jalaluddin Khilji was the founder of Khilji dynasty. He was a man of mercy and soft spoken. He was a man of principle who spoke softly, and he was also called as a man of mercy. He always used to show mercy to the needy people. Whenever his citizen came to his court by asking some help, he used to dispense mercy to the people. Got it? And also, he had a good helping nature to the citizen. As a result, his sardars or lieutenants became strong and plotted to kill him. See, since Jalaluddin Khilji was a soft-spoken person and a kind-hearted fellow, all his officials or officers or sardars or lieutenants came to know that he was not able to rule the entire kingdom. That is why Jalaluddin Khilji was killed by his own sardars or own officers. Later, Alauddin Khilji came into exist. Alauddin Khilji came into exist. So after that, Alauddin killed him and became the Sultan of Delhi. Got it? Alauddin killed Jalaluddin Khilji and he became the Sultan of Delhi. Who came after Jalaluddin? Alauddin Khilji. Got it? Alauddin Khilji came into exist. Alauddin Khilji came into a throne. Got it? Let us see about Alauddin Khilji. See, Alauddin checked the attack of Mongolians. He also checked the attack of Mongolians, and then he defeated the Rajput king Karnadeva II. He defeated the Rajput king Karnadeva II. Who defeated? Yes, Alauddin Khilji defeated Karnadeva II. Got it? And he was the king of Rajput dynasty of Waghela dynasty, and also Hamiradeva of Ranthambore and Bhima Singh of Chittor. Apart from this, he conquered Malwa, Jalore, Bundi, Mandore and Tong. These places were conquered by Alauddin Khilji. See, let us see more detail about Alauddin Khilji. The honor of a successful completion of southern India invention goes to his general Malik Kafur. Malik Kafur plays a very important role in the expansion of the kingdom of Delhi Sultan up to the southern places of India, and this credit went to whom? Malik Kafur. Malik Kafur is the military general of his kingdom. During this time, he invaded Devagiri, Warangal, Dwarasamudra, and Madurai and became responsible for their destruction. So, after the destruction of all these places in southern India, southern part of India, he conquered all the places. He did not integrate the conquered states. Alauddin Khilji did not integrate the conquered states into his state but simply plundered them. He plundered all those things. This is about Alauddin Khilji. And along with that, after him, his third son, Qutbuddin Mubarak, ruled for 4 years and was murdered by soldier Khusro. Later, Ghazni Malik, who was also called as Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, murdered Khusro and established the Tughlaq dynasty. So, thus, Khilji dynasty was ended. Got it? So, let us see the what kind of administrative system that Alauddin Khilji had in his time. See, when we are going to study about the administrative system of Alauddin Khilji, Alauddin Khilji implemented various reforms in the administration. So, he abolished religious endowments and inams or gifts, land and subsidies. Then, an efficient intelligence network was established by him. He prohibited alcohol, drugs, and dice game in his kingdom. So, along with that, when we come to the agriculture field, how he reformed, let us see. He banned association formation among with the Sardars, or lieutenants, their socialization with the general public and marriage among the elite class of people. So that during his time, the farmers with the minor land holdings and also the big landlord had to pay taxes to the kingdom. He appointed the revenue officials to collect the taxes from the farmers. So, this is about the agricultural reforms what Alauddin Khilji did in his kingdom. Dear student, I hope that you understood very well about the administrative system of Alauddin Khilji and remaining. My dear students, now we are in the part of administrative reforms of Alauddin Khilji. Dear student, till now we have understood about how the entire kingdom was divided and how the taxes were being collected. Now let us see how Alauddin Khilji implemented or reformed the military department in his kingdom. The student, when we come to the military reforms of Alauddin Khilji, we may feel some surprise about the reformation of Alauddin Khilji. The task of recruiting, training of soldiers, and the supply of arms and horses were entrusted to the defense minister. The student, Alauddin Khilji appointed the defense minister to appoint some soldiers, giving the training to the soldiers, and providing them the proper arms and horses. Totally, the military materials or equipments were being provided by defense minister who was appointed by the Sultan Alauddin Khilji. But dear students, Alauddin Khilji not only provided all the military equipments to the soldiers in his army, but also he provided a proper salary for them. Those salary was giving or dispersing on the last day of the month, and the salary was in the form of cash. The cash was given by the Sultan to the soldiers. The individual records of the soldiers were created based on their physical features. The students, you must observe one important thing in this context. See, in today's, whenever a man is aspired to join the police department, he must have been asked some certain conditions from the department. So the certain conditions maybe he must have proper physical features, and he must have some physical fitness, mental fitness, and he should have a healthy person. So these are the proper and certain requirements to make an appointment in today's police department. Likewise, Alauddin Khilji had created a special atmosphere to the soldiers, so that the soldiers must have the proper physical features in his military department, and the soldiers must have their own individual records, and this individual records was called as huliya. How the individual records called? Yes, like huliya. Just like in this contemporary world, the government employees have their SR book or service record book. So in that book, we can get all the information about the particular government employee. Likewise, if you see the record which was named by Alauddin Khilji, Huliya, it is containing of the physical fitness of the soldiers who are entrusted to join the army in the military department. The process of stamping the horses called as dog. How it was called? Dog. So this dog was created to stamp on the horses in the military department to identify the horses in the military areas. It was came into exist in his period. If any soldiers had any grosses or any problems with his salary or entitlement or any his promotions, he could have directly complained to the Sultan himself. My dear student, if the soldiers in his period had any problems regarding salary and their promotions or entitlement, they would have asked directly to the sultanas or the chief of the kingdom. So this was the system existed in the period of Alauddin Khilji. It comes in military reforms. Now, when we come to the market reforms, my dear students, in this matter, we can say that Alauddin Khilji was the farmer friendly sultan or farmer friendly administrator. How? Yes, very good. The farmers in the market that were implemented by Alauddin Khilji have ensured him a special place in the history. As I told, Alauddin Khilji had given a special place in Indian history because of only that he had provided ample atmosphere, ample scope to all the farmers in his period. That is why he was called as the farmer friendly administrator. He created a system wherein the common people had access the pulses. So here common people could also access the pulses in the market, cereals, cooking oil, sugar, salt, and fuel at fair prices. Similarly, he established markets to sell horses and slaves. So, see, very special thing that he provided in the marketplaces, that he brought market reforms, that is none other than he established the market to sell horses also as well as slaves. Yes. He appointed higher officials named Sahan e Mandi. Sahan e Mandi were the officers or officials appointed by the Sultan or Alauddin Khilji to regulate the markets daily, to regulate the market in proper way. And severe punishment were given to the cheaters. And these officers, Sahan e Mandi, the officers who taking care of the market areas, must have observed and must give the severe punishment to the thieves or cheaters or robbers who were identified in the marketplaces. In this way, Alauddin Khilji brought many changes in his military department as well as market department through his administrative reforms. Dear students, in the Khilji dynasty, Alauddin Khilji identified and recognized he was recognized a prominent place in Delhi Sultan, and he was also called as the farmer friendly Sultan or ruler or administrator. And also he provided all kind of facilities to the soldiers, and he had provided many specialities to the soldiers. In this way, he brought military and market reforms in his administration. My dear students, I hope that you understood the administrative system of Alauddin Khilji, especially military and market reforms. And I hope that you understood very well today's class. And you should write two questions as your homework today. Take down. The first question is, explain the military reforms of Alauddin Khilji. Then the second question is, how was the marketing system? How was the marketing system in the period of Alauddin Khilji? Alauddin Khilji. Okay, my dear students, I hope that you have written all these two questions and hope that you would write the proper answer for these two questions. Okay. Okay, I am going to conclude today's class, and the remaining thing, that is Tughlaq dynasty. The Tughlaq dynasty, one of the dynasties which came under Delhi Sultan, will be discussed in the next class. Until then, take care, have a nice day, and don't forget to wear mask whenever you want to come outside. Thank you.